now for something completely different.
Welcome to, and now for something completely different. Yes, welcome back to Completely Now, and now for something completely different. The channel where we delve into the archive of comedy. Sometimes we delve into the archive of Tom Mason comedy, and what I mean by that is that videos are made about comedy, I convert to this channel. This, today, is another one of those examples. Yes, slightly different than usual. So I'm going to talk at the beginning, then you'll see the archive content, and then I'll be back at the end to tell you how my opinion have changed, because I was going to do that at the beginning, but then that would spoil that video. So back in 2022, I made a video all about my favourite Outnumbered character. And at that point, we had no idea Outnumbered was going to return in 2024. Has my opinion changed? Well, you'll find out at the end of the video. This video was created in 2022, as I said. It looks, sounds, and will be completely different to any video you've seen on this channel before, due to the fact that I was recording it in another part of my, I'm going to say studio, but it's a room, really, about my studio. It was generated with a different camera, so the quality is not great now, but then it was alright. It won't play very well with the 4K-ness that this video produces and that the edit will produce, so it will be a lot worse than I look at it now, so it might be even worse, but I do apologise on that front here and now. The video itself wasn't presented in the most fashion that videos are presented in now. I couldn't tell you why, but I just wanted to alert you that that will be the gamma. And my favourite Outnumbered character is, and then I get into something, and then I get into all of that. This video also contains opinions of past me. At the very end of the video, when we get back to 2025, we will tell my modern opinion. Because my modern opinion is very interesting, because I went to that video back today, just before I recorded, to have a look at where my opinion was back in 2022. The 2024 Christmas special, which aired on Boxing Day, actually changed my opinion completely. And that's all I'll say. Without further ado, here is my favourite Outnumbered character from 2022. Enjoy! I'm going to talk about my favourite Outnumbered character. Now, Outnumbered, if you don't already know, is a BBC One sitcom that ran for 5 series, 2009, 2012, 2011, and 2016 Christmas / Boxing Day specials. Who's my favourite character? Well, from series 1 to 5, including all the specials, it's Ben. Ben is hilarious. Ben's funny, and the older Ben gets, the funnier Ben gets. The worst character in series 5 is Karen. She's funny in series 1 to 4, but she's not very good in series 5 or the Christmas special. So there you go. Ben Brockman from Outnumbered is my favourite character. Sorry this video is short. What's your favourite character? Leave your answer in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm going to talk about. Bye! And so, that was my Outnumbered opinion in 2022. Now, let's go on to my Outnumbered opinion for 2025. This is why this video was on. That video was only 1 minute and 18 originally, but because it's going on this channel, I had to cut out the bits that were relevant to the third channel, The Weird Side. If you want to watch that video in its original capacity without the edits, so without the 1 minute 10 version, you want to see the whole 1 minute without these versions, you can head over to The Weird Side right now and search in the search bar. There's a search bar on the top there where it's all the tabs, and press search, and you can watch my 2022 thoughts on Outnumbered. You'll also see my review of Outnumbered, because Outnumbered is, so Doctor Who is my favourite TV show of all time, and Outnumbered is my favourite sitcom of all time. Doctor Who I watch all the time, right? New Who, like the current series, and all the collection box sets and all the other extras that come out on DVD and all that. I also watch Outnumbered at least once a year. Last year was slightly different because last year was a new addition to the set. So next year, this year, 2025, will be the first year where I watch it with the 2024 Christmas special. Previously, after 2016, was the first year I'd ever watched it with it. I haven't got. They haven't released a complete collection just yet, so a full box set with Outnumbered Series 1 to 5, plus all the Christmas specials. We've not had that yet, but if that does come, then I'll review that as well. So, since that video, I've had time to reflect. My opinion was that Ben was my favourite character. No. Ben was good. In 2016, Ben was alright. But then, 2024 came around. Was Ben any better in 2024? Sorry. Yes, Ben was slightly better than he was in 2016, but wasn't present enough in the episode. I do think that Pete and Sue, the whole downside of the house thing really puts a shadow on it. I loved it. I just think the downside of the house wasn't necessary. The rest of it was alright. Jake has sort of changed dramatically since 2016, but that's because he's got older and he's now got a child, so his life has changed. But I think the characters that are now like. So, in the early series, I really quite liked it. Karen was alright, was fun, but Ben was better. Karen was just there. Then in Series 5, Karen just went downhill. And I just didn't really like the character development they'd done. I just think that some of the aspects... Karen in 2012 was better than Karen in Series 5. I'm not too sure why. I mean, she's now a teenager and she was the youngest of the pack, so I think elements of it worked. I just think every so often they introduced a friend to Karen. I can't remember her name, but she wasn't great as a character. The acting was impeccable, but I just think the character development wasn't as well rounded. But in 2024, it had been 2016. Karen had improved massively, and I think out of the children, my favourite character out of the children in the 2016 Christmas special, which I also had in box set, was Karen, because Karen had a lot of character development. Karen knew a lot of information, and she was like the backbone that helped this out. So in 2024, the person that I think had the most, as a best character development, the most changes in life, and I think was an outstanding character in the whole of the 2024 Christmas special was, and it had a box in my ad, was Karen. So my favourite character of Outnumbered is now Karen. And I think that early doors, Karen was always the youngest, and I think Karen, the scenes where just Karen on her own were really good, and the bits where she argued with Ben were really good. And I just think that Series 5 lost it slightly. Bits of it was really good, but Karen just sort of lost it ever so slightly, because I think the overarching story of Series 5 was Ben and the musical, so I think it overshadowed Karen. But if Karen had done a little bit more, she would have been a little bit more higher up in the land, because then she would have been more to the front of the stories. But I think 2016, I made it so that the character could utilise a lot of these, a lot of the things that she now learned. She now has a mobile phone, so she can talk to her friends. You can hear her interact with that, and then you hear her talk about the accident that occurs within the episode, so you get more of a... She knows a lot more about the legal side. She knows more about this, that, and the other. I think that sort of helps, and she's always there, and she pops up every now and then, but her arriving first to the house in 2024 helped showcase that she was a key component of that ensemble in the children's sense for this episode. And I think that I know that she wants to get back into TV acting, Romana, that plays her. But I think that this really solidified that if any casting agents were watching, thinking, I think we might need to think about casting her, now's the perfect time because her performance in 2024 is phenomenal. And Karen is a better character now than she was in Series 5. And I'm going to keep on saying that because Series 5 was just after the 2012 Christmas special that really cemented her as a really good character again, really good character still. But then Series 5 just sort of let it down slightly. The whole Tommy the Rat hamster thing worked really well for Karen. I think that was a redeeming factor for her. I think that's the element of Series 5 that worked really well in her character, but some elements didn't. But I think that her arriving early, her being the forefront of this episode because she arrives at the same. I think it's just after Jake she arrives, so she's got the best character development for this. And so I say my favourite character of Outnumbered as of 2025 is Karen Brockman. I don't agree with the downtown in her house, but that's another issue for another day, and that'll easily be fixed if eventually at some point we find out that one of the kids has bought the old house and now lives in it. That would be a good twist for the next special because they're not ending it there and then like they have done with Gavin and Stacey last year. It's open to renewal. We think we need another episode to fix some of the issue from that special due to the fact that it left on a hanger of is Pete alright type thing. So a next special, I think we need to uncover that Pete was perfectly fine. So there you have it. That is my opinion on who is my favourite Outnumbered character from 2025 to 2022. There'll be more of this ilk. We're Doomed will be returning for more fantastic episodes. And without further ado, that was something completely different. Bye bye!